Is it live? What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Levon Case, and I'm back again with another interview. And this person is from the defunct Green Team. Please welcome Team Everything. What's up, Team Everything? So
This
what?
is George. This is George from Team Everything here. Man, I'm just happy to be here today. He's gonna be asking me questions, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
be giving answers. So
Okay. Yeah.
hope you guys all enjoy.
Mm-hmm. So how did you get into the Dream Team?
So this is how I got into the Dream Team initially. One of the first podcasts with One Stop and Thanos. I was a guest originally.
Okay.
Um, the Rated D was also on that podcast. It was one of the first podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I had a close um, friendship with One Stop and Thanos. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, after the whole debacle with Artificial and Infinity and Frankie, they left. Bear,
Mm-hmm.
Baby Girl, Demon Ralph, they joined. And then I say like a week or two, 3 weeks after, I joined. So
Mm-hmm.
I joined it. I joined the Dream Team. It was great at first. It was really
Okay.
fun producing content with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was really entertaining at first.
Yeah.
Then down the stretch, being associated with a group, you started to get some flack. You know,
Mm-hmm.
started to get like private messages of people like trying to call you out, even though
Mm-hmm.
you're not related to what happened or that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
It still kind of came back towards me or everybody else in the Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem that I had with it, and the main reason why I decided to leave, is that I knew that I can be better by myself.
You can do your
Um,
own thing.
yeah, do my own thing, go on podcasts, voice my own opinion. In One Stop, he was a good leader. I'm not coming on here to bash him. I'm not doing that. But he he provided some good things. Of course, we did not always agree on stuff. You're never gonna agree every single time with somebody on
Mm-hmm.
situations. But
Yeah, of course.
yeah, but he was a good leader. He led the team, and um the podcast was very entertaining. We had some fun times, and
Mm-hmm.
especially that E3 last year. That was good.
Yeah.
But that's all sums it up. You know, I
Uh,
have I have
what
little
would you
details.
have done if you were the leader of the dream team? Like, what would you have done to make it successful?
What I would have done is that I would have got a better connection with the people within the group. You
Okay.
know, I would have made sure that I kind of knew these people, because here's the thing, you don't want people to leave because that
Mm-hmm.
kind of reflects bad off you.
Yeah.
So you don't want these people to leave. It's a bad image for yourself, because people are going to think that, hey, you're a bad leader or you did something wrong because they chose to leave. So I think that if he would have got a better connection with everybody and
Mm-hmm.
really took a break, kind of just looked at it from overview, like, man, maybe it's something else than just calm down and enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
situation. And then you have to understand that some of these people, that it's their channel. You can't
Yeah.
control their channel.
Yeah.
It should
Exactly.
just be a podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
A podcast on one set weekend. Not everybody's gonna be able to make it.
Of course.
So you're gonna have to adjust the schedule to those people. The people that want to come. So those people that are able to come, you do the podcast with them. And another thing that I would do different is that I wouldn't drag the whole team into beef with somebody
Mm-hmm.
else, because you don't want to ruin somebody else's image or somebody else's brand. So
Yeah.
I would have dragged the whole team with me if I'm going under, you know.
Okay.
So that's basically it,
Okay.
towards that.
Um, what do you think of the things that's been going on with One Stop and of embodying or the
Yeah.
Basically, like taking subs, taking views, stuff like that. What do you think of that?
Well, in my opinion, it's like
Or do you believe it? Do you believe he bought it or?
of course, some of the evidence that people have shown does look fishy. You can, it does look fishy. It does look either he did, or either he did it, or somebody else put him, put his channel on that, on whatever, on a botting site or whatever. But either way, the numbers don't add up. Okay, if you supposedly have 8K subs, I'm not here to bash him again. If you have 8K subs, you should be averaging at
Two,
least 2K.
2,000 to 3,000 views.
Yes, you should not be averaging 300 to 500 or 800 views, because
Mm-hmm.
I average that. You should not be averaging that amount. In so if somebody that has 1,000, almost 1,000 subscribers is averaging the same amount, and you have 8K or 5K, whatever, that's a bad sign. So whatever's happening, either somebody else bought it his channel or he bought it his own
Mm-hmm.
channel. The numbers don't add up.
Yeah.
So either way, if he bought it his own channel, it's kind of, that's kind of his business. If he wants to do that, he wants to do that.
If he wants to
It's,
make himself look good, then go ahead.
yeah.
Okay.
But really, the people that come to your channel, at least the people that have sense and they see, or that they can tell if you're botting, they know when you're botting because your numbers don't add up, or you don't
Mm-hmm.
have enough comments or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like you can get 100,000 view video if you only have like 9 comments out of a
Yeah.
100,000 views. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's not gonna cut it. You should at least have 200 and something comments if it's out of
Okay.
100,000.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
What do you think of Ed? That's everything that's been going on the Crumb side lately of Kids Move, Heartache, basically of them like Bark Bomb mentioning his wife that had a divorce, stuff
Yeah.
like that. What do you think of it?
Well, first of all, I think no matter what situation, I knew Kids Move, owed Heartache money, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
$50.
Yeah.
And really, to me, $50, yes, you would like your money, but you didn't physically shake on that agreement. And it's an agreement over the internet. So really, I don't even think none of them should have took that bet seriously unless they physically shook on it or they had a verbal agreement. That's just in my opinion. So, if that didn't happen, then I don't think nobody owes anybody. And then with the other situation, um, I think nobody should be talking about anybody's family. You should keep your family out of it.
Mhm.
Even if you're mad at them or you have beef towards them, you should
Mhm.
keep the family out of it, because that discussion will always get heated no matter what
Okay.
subject it is. So,
Where did you get the name Team Everything from, and how did you start YouTube?
okay. So Team Everything. I got Team Everything, that name from, originally my channel was named Team Nintendo.
Mhm.
Uh, I love Nintendo. I was passionate about Nintendo. And then I also had an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4.
Mhm.
And I decided that as down the line, that really I didn't get bored. I did not get bored with Nintendo. I still occasionally played my Wii U or my 3DS, but I noticed that I wasn't as passionate with Nintendo as I used to be when I started my channel. So I changed it to Team Everything to
Mhm.
gear it more towards every console, because I wanted to be, neutral on every console,
Yeah.
in every platform, including PC.
Mhm.
So I want to be neutral. I even give some mobile games credit. I don't play them, but I still hey, if people like to play mobile games, they like to play it. I'm not gonna bash them. That's what people like to do. So I'm neutral on
Okay.
every platform of games, because
Mhm.
if you're a gamer, you have to. I say that you have to at least to me. I don't want to have a biased view on any platform because really they don't pay me to do this. They don't pay me to make
You're doing
videos.
this for yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing it for fun.
Yeah.
So they don't pay me to do this. So why would I want to false advertise their platform? Like, hey, Xbox is trash, Xbox is garbage, PS4 is the best, Nintendo's garbage. I don't want to do that because they don't pay me nothing. If
Hmm.
I just want to have the most neutral view because it gives everybody a fair opportunity. And then how I started my channel because I saw that all these channels, in the beginning, I saw that all these channels, there were only
Hmm.
really a few channels that at least I really like that
Hmm.
that gave a neutral view on Nintendo.
Like who? Like who in particular?
Um, okay. So I'm ruling out all the fanboys. I'm ruling out that uh
Yeah.
I'm ruling out all the fanboys. So I'll say the Nintendo Project one. He was very neutral. He had a play. Now I think his channel's not Digicades or whatever, but he had a very neutral, view on PlayStation, Xbox, and he was still a huge Nintendo fan. So that was one of the Nintendo guys that I watched, and also the other one. But I had a lot of people that I looked at on the Nintendo side towards them being neutral. They also owned all the other consoles. So those people kind of inspired me to make a channel
Hmm.
that was neutral on Nintendo stuff. I still rant about Nintendo. Just because
Yeah.
I'm a Nintendo fan does not mean that I don't think anything's wrong with them.
Hmm.
And really, when I watch people like the Black Baron and Dr. Trey, really, I watch them just laugh at
Hmm.
how these statements they say. It's just funny to me, especially Black Baron. He
Yeah.
says some of the most ridiculous stuff that I've ever
Hmm.
heard, but it's really funny at the
Yeah.
same time if you think about but yeah, those are the people that watch to like get a fun fact out of watching Nintendo. But
Hmm.
in terms of being inspired, I was inspired off of like Game Explain and and all these other Nintendo channels that take a neutral view
What about Obi-Wan
on.
Plays?
Okay, so I don't know if many of y'all knew this. I don't think Obi will acknowledge this, but when he had around 700 subscribers, right
Hmm.
before that whole Black Bond beef and how Black Bond and him were making back-to-back videos,
Yeah.
which I believe he deleted that off his channel, Obi One.
Hmm.
But me and Obi, I was friends with him over the internet on Google Hangouts. We were going to start a podcast, a Nintendo podcast, right?
Really?
Yes, and this is what happened. Now I don't give him any beef because I would take up the opportunity too. But this is what happened when that Black Bond thing um, popped up. As a friend, I'm like, Obi, make sure that when you Black Bond, you have to seem logical at the same time. You have to get on his nerves because you know what? He tricked them. He tricked them into making back-to-back videos, and
Hmm.
that's what started his growth. You
Hmm.
know, once he subscribers, he just took off from there. He was never able to stop. You
Okay.
know, but yeah, we were supposed to take a start a podcast. I think his growth, he kind of forgot, you know, about everything that happened before because of his growth and how he gained like 19K in like 6 months or 8 months or something like that. You know, but yeah, I'm still cool with him.
Okay.
But yeah,
Did you see that Rich Russian podcast yesterday?
yes, I saw it.
Didn't that Jordan like that cry? Didn't that make you cringe?
Yeah, I did because it was embarrassing for him. You know, and really, I was looking at it. He turned on his camera. I don't,
I didn't believe
I don't
that
know
he
why he turned
was
on his camera. Now
crying.
I know Jordan because he was a member of the Dream Team. I know him, but I haven't contacted him on Skype or anything. But all I'm just saying that if Jordan's watching this, I'm saying this is that you can't do that, man. Especially not on a podcast with almost 35 people watching live. You can't do that. You know, I know you are, a very emotional person, and you like to, get your, emotions stuck into things. But what happened with the Dream Team is history. That was the past.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that One Stop is not cool with you or anything like that, but that was the past. The Dream Team to me is history because all the talent that left, even if the Dream Team were to be reincarnated, it still wouldn't be the same
of course.
because you let talent such as, you know, Baby Girl, Demon Ralph, those Fringy, Infinity, those were the highlights of the show. I don't want to say myself, but you let all these people leave. And
Mhm.
really, you got to put that back in history. You can still be friends with One Stop. I'm still cool with him.
Mhm.
But you got to put that in the back of your head and just move on, which from that podcast, it seems like Jordan has not moved on
Do
from
you
the
think
Dream
he
Team
really meant
situation.
his apology, or you think
What?
he's trolling?
I don't think he's a what?
Do you think
Who's
he meant his apology?
well, I don't know. You know, I watched the video. Y'all linked it in the thing,
Mhm.
and I saw it, and it seemed genuine, but I have to wait. I have to see it first
Mhm.
because there was multiple situations within the Dream Team in which we had to, take him out. He got temporarily, kicked out for a couple times because of
Mhm.
similar situations like that, in which he would like call the members like 20 times in a row and
Mhm.
stuff like that on Skype. That got annoying. People have family, people have jobs, so you can't really do that. People have stuff to do, so
Yeah.
that's how he got kicked out the first time. Then One Stop invited him back in, and we took him back in, but it seemed like he kept on doing the same thing every single time. It would end in the same way. So I don't know yet. I have to see it first because his past history shows me that he has apologized multiple times, and he hasn't lived up to what he has said. He hasn't kept his word. So I have to see maybe a month or two. You know, if if somebody does more like hangouts and podcasts, then I'll see if he'll I guess he'll go in there and cause a chaos. But other than that, I have to see it first because he has done it multiple times, and it's not a jab at him, but it's just the truth. So I have to see it first. I think
Okay.
your apology is genuine, but you have to show it.
Mhm.
You have to prove it.
Okay. What do you think of the Neo, Nintendo NX, and Xbox Scorpio? What do you think of them?
Really, I know a lot of people share the same view that I think of it. Is that these consoles should have been the consoles that we got in the beginning.
Mhm. Would you have mine paid $600 to $800?
I would have mind because I already have a 4K television.
Mhm.
So it would have really benefited me. And then the whole VR aspect. I'm not a huge fan of VR, but it's good that it's already integrated in those consoles, so you don't have to buy an add-on. So
Mhm.
that's the cool part about it. But other than that, other than the slightly raised, um, you know, in terms of RAM and the GPU power and the teraflops, it's really just a update of the Xbox One. I know Microsoft is not calling it Xbox One. They're not even considering it as Xbox One. It can still play
Okay.
Xbox One games, but it's
Mhm.
not an Xbox One according to Microsoft. So, you know, I really believe that the bang for your buck. I already have both consoles. If I was to
Mhm.
pick one out of each of those, I would pick the PlayStation 4. I mean the
Okay.
PS4 Neo.
Mhm.
Um, because the Neo, I mean, out of the two consoles, I'm not talking about the NX. Out of the two, I would pick the Neo. even though it's slightly less powerful, but I'm looking at it in this standpoint, is that you're gonna have more games to play on that one, and then I already have a PC that's powerful enough to play PC games
Okay.
if I wanted
Okay.
to. So really, to me, is no reason for Xbox One exclusives now because they're
Mhm.
sending them all to PC.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
but I'm still gonna get my Xbox One exclusives on my Xbox One because I have Xbox One and I want to get the
Mhm.
bang for my buck.
Yeah.
And also, friends and friends lists are on there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not planning on getting Scorpio unless I get it for free or something. But that's the only way I'm getting the Scorpio. But the Neo, I'm not even getting the Neo. I'm just gonna stick with my two original PlayStation 4s and in my Xbox
Okay.
One, and then the Nintendo NX.
Okay. I
I'm
might I
really,
might pick up a Nintendo NX. I might. I
I will
might.
pick it up, but it's not a guarantee. I have to see what the console is.
Yeah, same here. They
I
said it
have to
could be a
see.
hybrid, a home console, a handheld.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I've
don't
been
know
hearing.
if anybody has seen that video by Dr. Trey
Mhm.
about how his newest video about how Nintendo needs to set the standard, the graphical standard of their games in the beginning of the NX. That means it has to have a cutting edge game other than that Zelda game, Zelda Breath of the Wild. They have to
Mhm.
have another game that sets the tone in the beginning of the console's life cycle.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a response video. I already have it. I just gotta upload it. But I
Okay.
made a response video. I'm gonna sum it up
Mhm.
in this.
What?
Is that based on what he said in that video, is that I do agree that Nintendo needs to set the standard in how the graphics should look on that console in the
Yeah.
beginning because it
Okay.
can get third parties to do it. But what I disagree with him is that game should not be at launch. It should be like 2-3 months after the console came out
Mhm.
because that was the problem with the Wii U. Is that the Wii U actually sold pretty well in its first
Yes, it did. It
launch.
sold 3 million.
Yes, yeah, 3 million. The problem was that it fell off after. That was the problem. So
Mhm.
Nintendo needs to focus on having a good launch lineup and also having games 2 months down the line that can't be droughts. you know, and that's why third party is important because
Okay.
third party, there's like a new third party game that comes out
Every
almost every month.
every week.
Yeah, every week, every month. So that's what they mean. It doesn't mean that third party game. I don't mean like, AAA games, but there's still a game that comes out almost every week. It might
Mhm.
not be a game that people care about or that's
Yeah.
hyped up, but
Mhm.
there's still a game. And
It's
the
better
problem with
than
the Wii U,
nothing.
yes. Same with indie games. You can get indie games on the Wii U, but that's really all you have right now. So
Mhm.
my belief is that hopefully Nintendo does it right. In my opinion, I would just want a regular console. But I'm not I'm not I'll give that hybrid idea a chance. If they do it well, I think it can be highly successful because you can get the handheld market and then you can also get the 3 people that are left on their home console market. So I think it's a good opportunity for Nintendo to integrate those two um, consoles if they do it
Mhm.
right. If
Yeah.
they just make another Wii U, but with a 3DS, not 3DS, but like a 3DS dual screen just chopped off, then I don't know if that would push people to buy it. It has to be original, but yet very similar
How
to what they
powerful you
have
think
done in the
it has to
past.
be?
Yeah.
How powerful you think it has to be?
It has to be between, at least to me, for third parties to even consider it, it has to be between a PlayStation 4 and a PS4 Neo, in my opinion. Because it doesn't have to be as powerful as a Scorpio. That's not
Mhm.
gonna happen.
Of
Because that's gonna be
course.
like $600. but
Mm.
it has to be in between. If it's in between, it's still affordable for the consumer to buy it, and it's also still has more than enough power for developers to enjoy developing games for it. And the problem also is that it has to be on the same architecture as the PS4 and Xbox One, x86.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not on that architecture, if they do power PC again, like they did with the Wii and the Wii U and the GameCube, then it won't be successful
Mm-hmm.
because developers are done with Power PC architecture. They're done with that. They're focusing on x86, so they have to move on with the trend, and they have to um, prepare for it. And also, since they're releasing this console so late into the game, so late into the eighth generation, they have to make it in between a PS4 and PS4 Neo, because you know what happens? What if Microsoft and Sony releases their new console 5 years from now? Then the NX will be outdated if it's as powerful as an Xbox One.
But did you hear the rumor about the supplemental computing device?
Yes, I heard about that. Um, that's pretty interesting. But really, I'm just looking at it from this standpoint. I'm looking at it from what Nintendo has done in its past history and what they're probably planning to do. So all the rumors, I do take some of them to light, but I don't take all of them. I don't think that all of them are realistic, because some of the rumors that I've seen are kind of ridiculous. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them, but some of them do seem something like Nintendo would do, like
Okay.
the whole handheld thing and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and the
I
padding.
can
That's
see
something
them
that
doing that.
they would do.
I can see it. Like I can kind of see them doing that because their handheld and console divisions are kind of merging together.
Yep, they merged those divisions back in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what was your first gaming system?
My first gaming system was the first one that I've owned was the N64.
My first one was the PlayStation 1.
My first one, it was the N64. I played the SNES, but that was my brother's. But the first one that I physically owned, not the one that I brought, but that I got for Christmas, was the N64. Its life cycle. Um, and then after that, I got the GameCube. I've owned every Nintendo console. The only console that I've not owned was the NES. That was my brother's, and the SNES. But the
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo 64, the GameCube, the Wii U, I've owned that. And then with the handhelds, I have not brought every single edition of Nintendo Game Boys. I've only brought the Game Boy Advance and um, the DS, the DS Lite, and the 3DS. So I did not buy like the DSi and the
Okay.
DS. Yeah, I have the original DS, the old gray one.
The fat
You
one.
know, the fat one, and then um the 3DS, the original one at launch,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot the other one, and the Game Boy SP, the Game Boy Advance, like the one I guess is like a clamshell.
Yeah.
That one. I have that one, but I've owned almost every Nintendo console. The only thing that I have not owned is the SNES, NES, but I've played those. Those were in my house. They were just my brothers,
Mm-hmm.
my older brothers.
Okay.
So,
What advice can you give for new and upcoming YouTubers? Basically, who are starting out, who's still
okay.
concurring, stuff like that.
The advice that I would give to them is that don't make the mistake that I did. In the beginning, I was actually growing pretty dang fast. I think the first 2 weeks, I had almost 160 subs.
Really?
And my problem was that in between that time, I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped making videos for like a long stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped being on YouTube because, I was working and I was also focusing, like college and stuff. So that time period in which I
Mm-hmm.
stopped, that's when the growth really slowed down. So if I believe that if I would have continued, if I were to continue that way, the growth that I was experiencing the first 2 weeks, 160 first 2 weeks, I think I would have about probably 4,000 subscribers. But I never regret anything that I've done. So, I still like what my channel is. I still like the future growth, and I'm still um, pretty optimistic on where I can take my channel. And as far as future YouTubers, my advice is to stick the road, stay with the road, follow the route, because
Mm-hmm.
if you do that, you will really it'll be harder to come back next time when you decide to come back. Because when you come
Mm-hmm.
back and you make a video, your subscribers will be disengaged.
Yeah.
So you have unactive subs,
Mm-hmm.
and what will happen is that when you make a video, they won't watch because they already subscribed to so many people in that time period, all the way at the bottom of the list. So you'll never
Mm-hmm.
be seen on that list again unless they physically go back to your channel and watch your videos again. So don't stop. You have to keep active content. I say at least update, um, upload at least 4 videos a month at least. But if you can have your way, I would do 2 videos every week
Okay.
if you have your way.
Mm-hmm. So, what games are you looking forward for the rest of this year?
The rest of this year,
Yeah.
okay. The rest of this year, I'm gonna be honest. I like that Kirby game. Um, I forgot his name, but that new Kirby game. You also got Pokemon, uh, that game on my 3DS too. And I really, um, as far as on the Xbox side, looking forward to trying out Watch Dogs 2.
Mm-hmm.
And on my one because I got my last one. It was good. I experienced, like, I don't know if it was just my copy, but my copy was kind of glitchy. But I want it on my Xbox One because I
Mm-hmm.
want to see what's the difference between the first one and the second one and the graphics, and analyze it because I don't know. I guess I just like experiencing and loving the gaming atmosphere and just taking in all the games that I play. I don't like to rush through a gaming experience
Yeah.
because
Same here.
it's an it's an experience. You should experience it. The only way I would rush through it is if I'm doing like a let's play. That's the only thing. And even with the let's play, I would still want to play it first and then do the let's play because then I would know what I'm doing in the beginning. But as far as as games that I'm interested, I'm always gonna be more on the Nintendo side. But usually this year, first party games that I really am interested in this year. I mean, for 2016, 2017 is stacked. You got Horizons, you got
Tekken 7.
Tekken 7, you got what's it called, Last Guardian, you got Scalebound. I really love that game. I love platinum games. I played Bayonetta 2. I played the one for one on one. And then you got so many games next year that I'm interested in and that every gamer is interested in. I think 2017 is the year for the gamer. I believe Gears 4 is coming out next year too, right? Right? Gears
Uh,
of War 4.
I don't know. I think it's coming out this year, maybe.
Okay. If it's coming out this year, then I'm interested in it because I love
Mm-hmm.
the Gears. I got the Gears Ultimate collection. I also had the first 2 Gears on the Xbox 360. But yeah, 2017 is really the year for gaming because you have the NX and all the exciting games Nintendo will hopefully bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got all these exclusives from Sony. And then you got Scalebound. You got Crackdown 3. I'm not really interested in Crackdown, but I think it's still an interesting game for me to check out.
Mm-hmm.
So you got all these games next year. That next year is really the year to be a gamer. And this year, I think we're just gonna have like these little patches to finish off the year. But other than that, next year is the year because we got the
Okay.
NX, we got the Neo, this possibly the Scorpio, maybe, and the VR headsets such as the Hololens and the PlayStation. Um, I forgot the name of the PlayStation one, but you know, the PlayStation VR. There's a lot of things through next year,
You
and
think
next year
VR
is the
will
year
be
to be a gamer. So
successful?
if you're not on the train, you might as well hop on because it's gonna be a lot of stuff for us to enjoy as gamers next year.
Yeah. You think VR will be successful or you think it'll fail?
I don't. I see with VR. I think really that platform is more geared towards. It will be very helpful in like the health industry
Mm-hmm.
and like industries like that. And as far as gaming, I think it will be a pretty huge hit. But I do not think that will be something that that we would necessarily need to game. So that's why I'm saying in terms of VR, I'm not buying a VR headset
Okay.
unless I could get a really good deal for it. I would like to experience it, but I don't think it'll be worth it because I don't think enough third parties or first party studios will. I think they're supported in the beginning, but I think VR might end up just like at the end. In gaming, I think it will end up just like 3D with
Mm-hmm.
televisions. How
Yeah.
it died off. It was just a fad. It lasted from like 2009 to 2010. So that's why I think what would happen, and hopefully it doesn't happen, but that's what I think will happen as far as VR.
What are your future plans for your channel?
My future plans for my channel is I want to combine, still do my gaming content. I want to still focus on uh, being Nintendo, doing Nintendo content as um, as well as Xbox and PlayStation content, and I also do like some like amusement park things if I'm at amusement park like in Orlando. I live near Orlando, so I was uploading
Mm-hmm.
stuff at Universal Studios and Walt Disney World. So I sometimes upload that, or I call them vlogs, but I rarely do those I only do when I'm over there. But I like talking about the NBA and sports and the NFL, but other than that, my channel is mainly focused on gaming. That's my main focus, and I really am excited for the future of this because if I really wanted to, I could have hopped on the Nintendo NX bandwagon.
And got
I'm
some more
talking about,
views.
yes, I'm talking about rumors. You know
Mm-hmm.
how all these. I'm just saying. I know there's nothing related to my channel, but but everybody hopped on. Almost every Nintendo channel hopped on the Nintendo rumor train,
Okay.
NX rumor train, and they just
Mm-hmm.
blew up. If I wanted to do that, I could have easily done that. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, I don't want to talk about rumors because you get people excited, and then at the end,
False hype.
false hype. Yeah, and especially I don't want to do that with Nintendo because Nintendo has a past history of disappointing their fans. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't want that to happen. So with Nintendo, I definitely wouldn't do it. If it was Microsoft or Sony, maybe. But with Nintendo, no. So I'm not gonna hype up the Nintendo NX unless until I see it. I have to see it. I have to see gameplay. I have to see the games. So yeah, as far as my channel goes, I'm gonna create more gaming content. I'm also gonna produce NBA and NFL content. I'm a passionate sports fan as well as a gamer. So yeah.
All right, chat. Do you have any questions for Team Everything? Hmm.
Shout out to Demon Ralph. He's
Okay.
in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any questions? Where's my interview from Athlete Battlefront? I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna be your interview. I don't know. Do more of the Slave On. Great interview. Yes, it was. Um, Resurrection's doing a Crumbside address. Um,
Oh, he is.
I think he's doing one on Video Game Lover 58. Um, all right, that's it. Would you like to shout your channel out?
Yeah, you guys don't have to subscribe to me, but if you guys choose to, you know that you're gonna get committed gaming content, as well as other things that I'm also passionate about, such as sports. But my main focus is gaming. So if you guys would like to subscribe, it'll always be the opportunity. And make sure first, before you subscribe to me, you have to subscribe to Le'Veon, because he's the one that brought me onto this platform to voice my opinion to
Mm-hmm.
all you guys, as well as
Okay.
answering the questions that the community has asked and left. Many
Mm-hmm.
of these questions, I've got the same questions through private messages,
You did?
such as on Skype. So I've answered some of them, especially the ones about the dream team. A lot of people have asked me about that, and in the beginning, I didn't want to answer them because I didn't want to disrespect anybody in other way that was still affiliated with the dream team. But now that the dream team is basically disabled, defunct, over, I might as well address all these, I guess you could say, accusations or questions about, the dream team and my experience with One Stop and the whole team. And
Mm-hmm.
all I just like to say is shout out to all the members that were in there.
Yeah.
Demon Ralph, Baby Girl, all of them. They were
Okay.
all committed to bringing live content to you guys. So I really appreciate being on here.
Yeah. Oh, I found a question. How did you get in the into? How did you get in the crumb side? I don't know. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
But
know how
anyway,
I got in there.
guys, see you guys later. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you for watching.